It's telling me that I got a pop-up saying switch to portrait mode. I'll just say go live anyways.
What's it saying?
Okay. It was asking me about the view, but we're live now. Hey guys, just want to go live, give everyone a chance to share the link. Again, just want to remind everyone that these links don't generate until we go live. So to get everyone here, it really helps if you can share this specific link on X to all your friends, tag a few people. We're going to be doing the preseason races today. There will be live betting. We're going to see some new cars as well. So yeah, share the room. There's a giveaway too, $25 to 2 different people, so $50 total. Just tag 2 friends, share this space, and yeah, we'll get started in about 5 minutes or so.
Why is it not live on TikTok?
Yeah, I forgot. I usually want to have my camera on when we start. I got to get better at my thumbnail game.
All right, so we're live on Warpcast, and we're live on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Welcome. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, this is a first.
That's
now
cool.
It's really special. Oh, we need Rain here. Okay, let's make sure Rain gets in here. For the first time, live on TikTok and Warpcast for base racers. We've been doing this live
That's
on X and YouTube and Twitch for months now. So this is a really big deal. First time we're going to be live on Warpcast and TikTok.
Well, it's telling me live. I'm not seeing it on my mobile, but I can see it on desktop. So what does that mean? What does that mean? Come on now. Come on now.
Honestly, if it worked first try and they both worked, I'd have been surprised. So if one of them is working, I'm still really happy.
No, I mean, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Warpcast. We are live on X, and on the desktop, it's telling me that we're live on TikTok. So that's cool. But I need to see that just for. Don't tend to believe these things. I want to see
Always the pessimist. He doesn't believe it until he sees it. Yeah, speaking of, that's always what we like to start with in these spaces is what is Max's take on the market? He tends to be the most pessimistic, and when he's really, really pessimistic, he gets like so pessimistic he just gives up. And that was like the sign, I think, last week that we were closing in on the bottom. So how do you feel now? Some people are saying we bounced. What do you think, Max? Do you think this is a bounce, or do you think there's more pain to come?
Well, we survived the bear market of last week, or this week, I guess.
We survived. Yeah, it's a good start.
I am. You know what? Like, I think we'll be fine. If you look at the magic squiggly lines, then it does look like the SP 500 kind of kissed the multi-year support and bounced from there. And Bitcoin just held up really well comparatively, actually. So I think
I've been hearing about that. I've been hearing about this big, divergence word. Is this happening finally, or is it? They're saying Bitcoin might be now switching over to gold and following more of the gold chart, the gold squiggly line instead of the S&P squiggly line.
Yeah, I mean,
or the tech stock traditional squiggly line. Yeah.
So gold hitting all-time highs and acting like a shitcoin is quite something to see. I'm yet to be convinced on Bitcoin. However, these conditions in theory are pretty much what the Bitcoin was, created for and should thrive. And we haven't had that such scenario worldwide yet. And with Trump,
knock on wood, though. Knock on wood. Throw salt over your shoulder. Whatever you got to do to keep the demons away. Yes, that's what we say every time these situations happen. It's like, hey, like gold's ready, or Bitcoin's ready. Come on, Bitcoin's here, and then it just doesn't happen. But now that's what I keep asking.
See, the thing is
this time?
I am a degen, right? And I own I own base memes, and I own ETH. So we need that Bitcoin design to also work for the rest of crypto. Otherwise, you know, I'll be fiat poor and crypto poor if ETH doesn't bounce. So as much as I am happy for Bitcoin to bounce, I'm hoping that that has a trickle down effect to the major alts, and then that pumps my base meme bags.
Yeah, I think so. I think this is well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I guess this is going to be a little bit sideways, choppy action. I'm not saying like go out here and invest, but I do see that there's some more adoption. More people are taking interest for sure as the dollar gets crazier, as everything in the market starts to fluctuate. Uh, just that chaos in general brings people's attention back to crypto. When people think, chaotic markets, that's kind of like what about that crypto? Let me go check in on that and see how that's doing. And I think that could
Right.
be one reason we're seeing this bump recently. And I think we have a few more months of chaos here at minimum, and just a recipe for I think something happening towards at least by the end of the year. So I'm positive on the year, although we might go a little sideways, which is why we want to do these things here. We want to have fun, gamble on something that's maybe a little more skill based. No, trading the market skill based. But when Trump's in office, it's really I don't know how much skill there is. Any day he could just tweet something out. It's more like how quick you can click or follow certain accounts. Maybe that's
Yeah.
why we have these spaces to talk about the alpha here.
Well, I think these spaces are, in a way, a good therapy, right? So, the world is burning, and China and America are out tariffing each other, and we have some hope with Bitcoin coming. But you know what? You can watch some Hot Wheels car racing, and you can bet on it. And I think that's a nice, a fun distraction from a lot of what's happening. How come? So it seems like Build on Base is also hosting every Friday now at the same time, but they
Which
tend to be
one? Bill
quite
on base?
yeah.
Or
Build
build
on
on base?
Base. They're
Okay.
streaming right now.
Well, we
Last
got Hot Wheel
last week,
races.
last week we got, I think, the room filled up quite nicely once they had finished up, because they're talking about vibe coding or something, and we're racing Hot Wheels cars.
Well, hey,
I
I don't
want
mind
to.
kind of switching up our strategy a little bit. We can, I have noticed we like to talk a little bit the first maybe half hour, which gives people time to maybe share the room too. Because, like we are saying, again, reminder anyone watching, live streams are difficult on X because the link isn't generated until the moment you go live. So if you could share the room with your friends, tag a couple people in the comments, that'd be great to get some more views on this. But yeah, maybe that'd be a good idea for all these spaces the first maybe half hour, give people time to share the space, and then we can go live at the races maybe 30 minutes in.
That's right.
I've had a lot of people say, I've talked to, yeah, there's a lot of people that say they set up their normal business meetings, like if they have day jobs, those people, yeah, they set up, meetings around this time. So they can't watch live, but a lot of these guys say they watch the replays later. But there's a no Rooster Brewster. I was asking him today, but he is one of those that, he watches the replays after. And speaking of, after
So
this, we also play in his poker tournaments. So I want to give that a shout out too.
yeah, poker would be good to add to this, and then getting another game or two going afterwards is also cool. Just so everyone's aware that we do have a giveaway that we're going to do tonight, so two people can win $25 worth of. I haven't chosen which coins yet, but there are some requirements. I see a lot of you are doing it already. You'll see on the profile. I'll retweet it so that everyone can see. You need to like the post, repost it, and tag two friends, and then you need to repost this live stream link that's on right now. So that is the fourth requirement. So you'll see there it says hashtag Zeroblock party races and bets, and it's got our restream link in it. You all need to repost that if you are wanting to win $25 tonight.
Awesome, yeah. And normally we give away 100. This is just the preseason, so we're doing just 2 people for 25 this time. But let's talk about other things going on the market. There's some alpha, since this is maybe the alpha time to talk. Soul Saver, for those that know him, I know he's very popular in my space of going and chilling and going and checking out live streams because he does, or X spaces. He has like 1,000+ listeners every day and has one of the biggest show spaces on X. He's a Solana guy, but this isn't necessarily a base maxi space. We can talk about this is preseason. We have Solana racing tonight, so we can talk about it. Actually, perfect timing. I'll have to tell him later. I'm soft shilling the Moonsters, but I checked out their space today. He's finally dropping the Moonsters after it's been like a year in the making, and then they had a couple pre-sales. I was asking some questions today, but it's on finally. Public sale goes live today, and he's going to drop the link live on a space. I think I heard around like 9 p.m. maybe tonight, or anyways, after this one, maybe you want to check over at Soul Saver's space because that's probably one of the most anticipated NFT drops that I know of, at least in recent times. It's a little expensive, but he's been building up for quite a while. Have you heard of him, Max? Have you been on? Have you heard of Soul Saver or been in other spaces?
No, I have not. In the bear market, I have been taking refuge and touching grass.
Well, I met from before, maybe. He's been around a long time. But I know you've been a base maxi for a long time, so he's Solana. But it's so many base projects. I remember going over there, Goldfish on base, which, by the way, I got to get Goldfish over here too. He's always in his spaces. There's a ton of base projects over there as well. We like to cross pollinate, communities.
Yeah, that's great. We should look at getting Solana projects on here tonight. We've got a base car versus the Solana car, so
yeah,
we will have conclusive.
It's a good idea.
Conclusive evidence of which is faster.
I forgot this is the moment. I can ask the Solana people to show up. Well, I'm already live. It's a little late. But yeah, if you have any Solana friends, feel free to tag any Solana projects tonight because we do have the Solana car race in the base car. And go ahead and talk about your favorite Solana projects. We were keeping it pretty much only base first season here, but now we're entering the second season and we're starting to open it up. We were talking earlier, Max, it's another topic about an echo chamber, and oftentimes, if you keep hanging out with the same people, it does become a little bit of an echo chamber. I find it funny to hear the same phrases used by different people in all the spaces I go to. It happens all the time. It just.
What do you like? What do you mean?
Today, I heard one as I was leaving a space. This guy's like, rising tide lifts all boats. I always forget it too, but
right.
that one, and someone said it wrong as well. And the other guy jumped in. He's like, "Oh, are you saying like that one with the rising tide?" And it's just so funny to hear, and like just hearing it for the first time because I actually was one of the first to be saying that too. I probably got it from Jesse or someone, who knows, but like a year and a half ago, that was like what everyone said. So just seeing these kind of ideas percolate, there we go, throughout these spaces is pretty funny. And I always find it as a compliment when I know I've said something and it's like, no, I've never heard anyone say this. I said it really weird. And then I hear other people using like the same analogy. But yeah, that's how you know you're in an echo chamber and it's time to branch out.
I saw a little bit of a tiff on the timeline where Solana, of the phrases that Base has used extensively. It's something like, what is it? It's a good day to build on Solana, or I can't remember what the phrase was, but
I have a great rap back, actually. I forgot to mention that. We're talking about Soul Saver. Here's what you said. Maybe someone call out to someone else, but Weeping Plebs is also very connected to Moonsters, which just launched. So they're even in the video game. So they just posted how AYB has their character in the Weeping Plebs game. So does Moonsters. There's only like 5 projects with the characters, or 4. So it's pretty cool. So we are connected to this Moonsters thing, AYB. So want to thank you, Weeping Plebs, for connecting that. But I did notice on the marketing for Moonsters today, they said something like, what is Weeping one? buy now, a week later. Is that something like that? Anyways, so they had something very similar, except they said, I think he said cope even. So they said like for the Moonsters, their marketing was like buy now or cope later. And Weeping Clubs has Copeville as the name of the game is Copeville. So it's very, I could tell like these same ideas came together around the same time.
Yeah, long story short, we need retail. We need more retail in here. How are you feeling? Should we get going?
Yeah, I'm ready to. Which one do you want to kick it off with? Or is it? Were you just gonna do like the base and Solana car? We'll wait to the end. Wait to the end for that, right? We're gonna do our four.
No, we've got 4 cars, so it'll be one race tonight.
Okay.
I've got, but if we do only 2 cars at a time, it tends to be a bit boring. So I've added our champion from last season, which is Bay Street Bets, and Peapods, which is also a very fast car. So there will be 4 cars racing, but we'll do one race.
Okay, awesome. And then we have the betting DApp. So anyone that hasn't seen it yet, it's on the screen here, baseracer.bet. Go check it out now. Get ready with it. It's very, very, very easy. Connect your wallet. You can buy AYB in the top left. Soon, by the way, if any project's interested, we want to do collaborations. We can use this DApp for any other kind of live streaming, and we're going to be accepting other tokens as well to provide that utility. But for now, you have to use AYB, so you can purchase in the top left. And check out the DApp. You can see, I'll explain as we go and share my screen. But there's a lot of cool information provided. You see exactly how much people are betting on which cars for each lap. And yeah, we'll demo it in a minute, but pull it up just so you can check it out now. Baseracer.bet.
Yeah, so I'm going to introduce the cars in a second that we've got tonight, and then you can bets are already open on the DApp, so then we can switch to that, show the folks at home how to place a bet. And you can place 50 cents or $1. We are on base, so transaction fees are very cheap. The DApp doesn't take any tax, so it's a winner take all. So you get more people betting, then you stand to win more. All right, so I'm going to introduce our cars for tonight once this timer runs down in a couple of seconds. All right, there we go. So our first car for tonight is the base 09 Corvette ZR1. It is a fast car. And then we have Bay Street Bets, our champion from last season, 94 Bugatti EB110, EB110.
And it's a fast car in real life, and it's a fast car on the track. And then we got Peapods.
Maybe the better driver. Because these are all fast, and Peapods did well. But Bay Street
Acura Integra, Peapods. It's all it had. Solana's a beautiful car. Oh, that's such a nice looking car. I don't get to see. That's a new one for me. I've only seen it once. I think that might be my favorite car out of all of them. Honestly, I think I have to bet on that one tonight. Especially these are new. It's fresh to these eyes. I've seen every one of these cars so many times. I've only seen that car twice. But it is the Shelby, right? That's someone literally asked me that in our Discord. So a little shout out to our Discord, is getting pretty active now. And when you enter the Discord, what's your favorite car? The last one I just checked was a Shelby. So I'm glad you got it here in the race.
Nice. Let's see how it does. So to show, we've got Peapods in the pink, position 1. We've got Base with the orange. We've got Bay Street Bets with the yellow dot, and then Solana bottom right with the white dot. And I have taken your advice, so the rotation will be different. They'll be moving in clockwise direction the entire time, so no crisscross.
Awesome.
So we shouldn't have that issue again. Do you want to show the folks?
Yeah, I'm going to go to it now. I'm checking really quick in the front. So you usually want to bet in the front cars. So who is that? Okay, so we got Base in the front there, Peapods. Base is just so fast. I'm going to bet on Solana for the whole race. Okay, here we go. I got my bets. Let me, I'll share a screen and show you guys how easy this is. Here's the DApp. Go to start betting. Like I said, top left here is where you buy the AYB. If you don't have any, you should have some already. But up there, you can see the live stream right here. And this is where you make the bets. You can bet on the full race right now and then on individual laps. So like I said, I'm going to be going Solana. The first one, I'll put $5 in the pot. So if anyone wants to bet against me, there's $5 in the pot. We'll give you guys a couple minutes to place your first bet. But $5 is in there, meaning if you bet on any one of these cars, what I'd recommend to everyone, if you just put 50 cents on all three of these other cars, and then I don't win, that means you only put up $1.50 and you'll win $5. So there are some good odds to play right now. It's PvP. We don't take any house money. We don't take a cut. It just winners pay or losers pay winners. And then you want to go to lap bets. The front cars generally win. I saw base in the front. Have to give base. Throw them a bet. I'll just put like $2 on them, and then I'll put more on. Yeah, I'm trying to give money away, so we're gonna put the $3 on a back car. So I saw Base Street bets in the back. But if anyone was smart and watched last season, they know Base Street bets can come back from behind and win. Base Street bets actually won last season from a fourth place start past everyone to win it. So you know what? They deserve a throwback to last season bet there. So just so everyone knows, you can place.
Yeah, that was such a.
You can place one bet for the whole race, but then per lap, you can place a bet on every single one per lap. And that's for you guys to be able to kind of change your percentage. You can bet a little bit on the back car, like hedging your bet, and then you can bet more on the car you really think is going to win. So yeah, only one bet for the race, multiple bets for the laps. And I'll go back to the stream here.
All right, so we're back on the race stream now. All right, great. So I am going to close bets now, and then we can get started with the lap.
Oh wait, we had someone take my advice. That's awesome. Thanks to shout out to wallet ending in 848. They bet like 50 cents. No, they bet 1 penny. Super smart. Someone's been listening. They bet like 1 penny on each one or something like that. But hey, very smart. That's why we do this.
So bets are closed, and we can get going with the lap. So I'm gonna step away and get going.
And a reminder to everyone who maybe hasn't seen this before, these are all real cars. This is real life. None of this is like predetermined, or, you know, even if he tried, he couldn't make one of these cars win. It's random to God and physics, or whoever, you know, believe created physics. So that's why we like this. You just really never know what's going to happen. And like Rooster always likes to say, you can root for crashes because there's not real people or anything. There's, you know, they're just toys still, but it is real life. So we like to see a good crash here and there. First lap, we're off. Okay, yeah, I imagine Base would be off to a lead. I remember being the fastest car. Not that we have favorites on Base or anything. Base is in the lead still, and the merge is coming up here. Base will be in the lead at the merge. Ooh, right in his tail, we got Peapods. Base is just going to take it if it makes his corner. Yep, clean sweep all the way through. Peapods finishes second. We have Base Monsters actually finishing third. And no finish. No finish for my Solana race bet. But nice work to Base. Let's see that timer on that. That was a fast lap, and it got a little bit of a bump from Peapods there too. Nice camel work, Max. Man of many talents. We didn't have the timer though. As I'm bragging about your many talents, he forgot to set the timer. And also for any newcomers, all of these, like that Jesse in the bottom left, all these little characters, these are all handmade by Max. This entire warehouse we put together by Max. That car flew through here. And there's Peapods finishing right in front of their sign. It's Peapods with the advertising at the finish line.
Oh, damn it. I see I missed the timer there. That sucks.
I don't know if you heard me, but I was just... Okay, I was just bragging about you. and saying how talented you are to be able to like juggle so many things, and then you flashed over to the sign you forgot to turn on.
That sucks.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
that
kidding. It made for good content.
no.
We got
You're right. I've got a checklist of like 1,554 things. So,
yeah, you're
so we
that
had
guy at the carnival. You're the guy at the carnival that plays all the instruments and the harmonica all at the same time. You know.
the monkey with all the instruments.
Well, I wasn't gonna go that far, but you said it. We got bass in 5. I was
I'm
calling it out.
declaring the
Actually,
winners.
I commentated really well. I actually really covered this. Bass first place,
Nice.
they get 5 points. P-Pods 3, Base Street Bets 1. Solana, like I said, got 0, even though I bet on them. I generally win these though, so let's see Solana come back. They were in the back lane. You know, they weren't really expected to win anyways. But let's see who's up next in the next order, and I'll show you guys how to place bets. I'm excited for whoever bet against me because I believe they won.
All right, so let's have a look. Bets are open for lap 2. We've got lap 2. So we've got what's that? Bay Street Bets in the top with the yellow, P-Pods with the pink, and then we've got Solana with the white dot and Base bottom right with the orange dot.
Okay. What am I gonna do? Let me look at them first. Between Base Monsters and P-Pods, that's a tough one. Base Monsters is the winner, but P-Pods is sneaky.
Yeah, P-Pods is good.
I think I'm gonna do Base Monsters, and I'll leave P-Pods open for someone else, and I'll take another back car. I'll do Base Monsters and Solana, which I don't think Solana's gonna do well now, but I'm gonna try it. Oh wait, forgot to share my screen. Oh, sorry, Base Street Bets. I said Base Monsters. Base Street Bets, not there we go.
Yeah,
it's about $3. By the way, this is in AYB, and AYB is down so low. Our 10x is right around the corner, so this is practically like $30. That's just the way I look at it. I just want to tell you guys, you know, I don't give up and bet my AYB very easily here, but we figure we might as well donate here. You can win some of this. All you got to do is bet 50 cents. And you know I'm going to go buy it back right after this. There we go. I placed my bets. And then, like I was pointing out here in the left, someone already placed the bets. That's A48. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. In fact, later, if you do lose, I pretty much can almost guarantee you're not going to lose at the end of this. But if you can prove to me you lost anything, I'll send it back to you. Appreciate you showing up and testing. Well, not testing. This app is perfectly workable, but we need people using it. Appreciate that. That goes for anyone. Yeah, hop on this if you use this. Play smart. Help us out a little bit. We'll be nice. We can give your money back. We're in a nice house here.
I noticed the TikTok feed.
By the way, this isn't a house. I want a reminder.
Wasn't able to connect.
Reminder: this is not. We take nothing from the DApp at all. There's no transaction fees. It just losers pay winners. When I make the joke that we're the house, it means I'm the only one betting against you. So if I win your money, I'm also kind of like that in poker. We're playing poker later, not with the group that's playing tonight. But if we ever do poker tournaments and I happen to win, I'm more about the community, and I'd donate the winnings back somehow. And a reminder, we are going to be using this DApp for poker as well. We're going to be testing that tonight, actually, for the first time on a poker tournament. But if you have any ideas, anyone watching, for other communities you're a part of that, for example, like there's one that's going to want to do racing, we can incorporate this into the DApp too. Okay, second lap. I took the blue car in the front, which is the winner of last season, Bay Street Bets. Oh, but I forgot to take into account the back car. We got P-Pods off to a lead. I think they got bumped. They got pushed by Base early on. They're going to be ahead at the merge. We got P-Pods and Base on their tail. The other lane's nowhere to be seen. Is P-Pods going to hold them off? There it is. P-Pods holds them off. Base is stuck. Does Base get knocked, or are they all stuck? The only base did get knocked. Base blocked the lane. Somehow must have got bumped to get around that corner. But getting 3 points, that's a huge deal. Base was able to get 3 points. And probably the longest lap time we've ever seen. But nice work to Peapods holding them off. Right air. Base gets stuck. Fast lap for Peapods. Let's see what that time is now that they got the timer working. And there's base car. And I guess that was slow motion, but that took a long time for base to show up. We'll find out what happened to that back corner. Okay, just so everyone knows,
20 stuck there, and then it got bumped.
23.5 seconds is a fast time. 23.5 is just, no way. Whoa, that might be the fastest time we've actually ever seen. That's close to the fastest time we've ever seen. I think our previous lap winner is Base. Base has a 21-second lap. Max, do you remember? We got to start writing this down. Can you write that one down? Or we need AI assistants to be watching these streams. That right there is definitely top 3 fastest lap times we've ever seen. I have a mind of steel here. My memory is the AI. I've only remember seeing. I don't remember seeing more than 1 or 2 other. I think we've only seen 1 other 21-second.
Yeah, what we should do is do a time trial, right? Before
yeah,
the new season starts.
I remember it from the time we did. This is when we did Solana Base. The one time we did Solana Base. Wow, that car was flying. Yeah, we found out they were the 2 fastest cars, and we did time trials on them. And I think it was Base that got 21.5 seconds. Nice, congrats to Peapods. I didn't bet on them, so if anyone placed that bet, they just won like $5. Shout out to the wallet I keep calling out.
All right, I'm gonna declare the winners quick, and then we can move on to the next lap. So Base in the front there, but it's, what is that, equal points with Peapods?
Tied for first. We got Base with 8, Peapods with 8, Base Street Bets with 1, and Solana with 0. If they don't score points on this lap, they will be out of the race. So there's a race between 2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to think who I'm gonna place my next bets on. Base, that base card really fast. I had no idea. You know what? My theory is Peapods went that fast because base pushed them a little bit. Okay, now we got a new lineup. So if I go with my theory,
we've got Solana with the white dot. Yeah, Solana with the white dot. We've got Base Street Bets with the yellow dot. We've got Base with the orange dot, and Peapods bottom right with the pink.
And I'm gonna go with my theory that Base is fast and it's gonna push Solana. So I'm gonna bet only on Solana. I'm gonna have some confidence, and that means Max, you have a chance at winning because whoever just bet on every other car. I'm just gonna do Solana here, and I'll put $5 AYB. It's pretty cool. You can just click the buttons. It automatically does the math for you. If you don't like, and you can use a slider. So that's what I use. Makes it easy. $5 takes care of all that math for you. How much do I have? It shows my balance. I have 3 billion AYB. You guys got to catch up. I got like 3 billion AYB. Okay, cool. I'll place 1 bet.
Sabat Tariq joining us again and placing bets. Love to see it. He did quite well last week.
Hey, I was gonna say, I would say tell your friends, but not until, if you can just keep taking my money, why not? Like, why tell your friends? But as soon as it hits the tipping point, when there's more people coming in, then it will make sense to start telling your friends. But yeah, there's money to be made. I appreciate it. You know what? And he's betting the money we gave him last week. I forgot he won last week. He shared with his friends. So. Be a Sabat, guys. Share with your friends. We won't let them win back-to-back weeks. Don't worry, Sabat. We'll come back to you. But do what Sabat did. Share with lots of friends this live stream. We paid him $25. Now he's gambling his $25 against the house. Now he's up probably another $20. Yeah, you make a living off this thing. That's just every week, every 3 days soon.
All right. So timer is count down. Let me close the race quick, and then we can get going. 1 second.
And like I said, we can use this DApp for other games, or if you have other projects that you want to do a special events. We can, we do our events 3 days a week for the season, but we can do all kinds of different special events. We have the track, we have the live streaming DApp. I'd love to collaborate if you are a part of any community and have any ideas. Hit us up in the DMs. Come to our Telegram.
What was that noise?
We got WebCrypt. There we go. Speaking of community, we got WebCrypt. We were talking about Copeville Weaving Plebs earlier, and yeah, appreciate it, WebCrypt, for showing up.
Yo, Cap, Max, been a while. How are you guys?
Good. We're
what's up,
races
bro?
have been good.
Just trying to.
I kind of took a long nap and I kind of slept off a bit, but yeah, let's hope I can catch up.
Oh, okay, no worries. We're on the third lap. I already placed my bet, I believe. Yeah, I'm betting on Solana on this one. We're just gonna do this one race today, and then we'll probably do a couple just trial laps to see fastest time. But it's pre-season, so we're doing just kind of more laid-back space and time trial step after this. But we're on lap 3. We still don't have the winner yet. We're on lap 3. So far, base is winning. Yeah.
Okay, let's have it. Let's have it.
And we got Solana. I think I bet Solana on this lap here. Solana's the black car. Base is right behind Solana. Yep, my theory is happening. Solana's getting pushed by base right now. And yes, it's going to hold. So the merge is coming up here. Solana's getting pushed by base. Now Solana just needs to hold base off, and I can win my bet. Oh, they both flip. They both flip. Get past. No way. And Base Street Bets is just known for doing this. Known for getting past cars that flip all the way to the end from behind. Again, just need to show off like last week. Base Street Bets. Look at that. You know what? It needs another clip. Base Street Bets shows up when it knows it's going to get clipped and put on TikTok. And the thing is, they haven't even showed up to the space yet. They're not even coming out and talking, but their car just knows how to show up. Anytime there's a good, interesting lap, Base Street Bets is a part of it. Congrats to last season's winner, getting some points. They're behind, though. They are behind, but it is a race now. Okay, it's not going to be a fast time. No way. This car came from third place, past 2 flipped cars. It's going to be like a 27-second time. Okay, that's a little off. 26. But yeah, slow time. But hey, that's why we keep telling everyone, you don't know who's going to win. You don't need to be the fastest. You don't need to be in the front. Look at that. They both flip at the same time. That is a TikTok clip, 100%. For those that are watching that are from the crypto world and not the Hot Wheel world, that in the Hot Wheel world is like the most interesting thing you'll ever see in Hot Wheels right there. But from DGen crypto, that's like, yeah, whatever. That's normal. That's a rug right there. It happens all the time. Not in Hot Wheels.
What was what were the positions for round 3, for lap 3?
What were the positions?
Who finished first? Teapods finished. Yeah.
For round 3 just now, it was just Base Street Bets. The one that finished. The other one's flipped.
Oh shit! Sorry. No. Okay. I'm confused. So, excuse me. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, we still got one more lap. I know we're taking a little extra time.
Yeah.
There's only one race today, so anyone watching maybe is new. We're only doing 1 race today when we normally do 2, so we're taking a little bit longer. Also allowing people more time to stop by and try out the DApp too. We really do. The DApp is working perfect. We really want to showcase it and get people to test it out. So after lap 3, 1 lap to go, we have Base with 8 points, Peapods with 8, so tie for first, and second place, or third place, sorry, we got Base Street Bets with 6. So Solana, sadly, even though I bet on them, so there's money up for grabs there, they're out of the race. No chance. You can only get 5 points for the last lap. They can't catch up. But it is anyone's game for the top 3, Base, Peapods, and Base Street Bets. So we'll go to betting here.
It would be a bit strange. It would be a bit strange for Solana to be kicking ass on a base.
Yeah, I should have thought about that. I forgot. You always got to remember, Max is the one setting this up. I should have remembered that he probably did some of the wheels. I think he popped their tire, guys. To be honest, I think he popped Solana's tire right before the race. I would not be surprised. Should have thought about that. All of you can also think about that. That's why you're here today. Think like Max thinks. He can't make someone win or lose, but he can definitely fidget a little bit with the outcome. Let's see the order so then I can place my final. I think I know who I'm going to bet on already. I just have a feeling Base Street Bets, no matter what position they're in, is going to figure out how to win this thing like they did last week. But yeah, let's see that order. Yeah, Base Street Bets is behind.
Sorry, I had to.
You know what? I'm gonna call it crazy. Call me crazy. I think the 2 fastest cars are Solana, I think, and Base. I think Base Street Bets is gonna pass him somehow. They're both gonna fall, and Base Street Bets wins. So I'm gonna put $3 on Base Street Bets, and I'm gonna put. I'll see the order for those that don't know on the 4th lap. The black car is Solana. The other front blue car is Base. Behind in the green is Peapods, and Base Street Bets is in blue in the back. I'll do $2 on Base and $3 on Base Street Bets. And everyone, the timer is going. You got about a minute and a half to get in on this bet here. I'll put the extra money on Base Street Bets. And I think Base is a really good shot, but I'll give other people a bigger opportunity to win. I'll only put $1 on Base, only $1. So that way, if you put some money on Base and Base wins, we still win some money. So shout out to A48, the only one taking advantage and winning some money over here. So like I was pointing out earlier. There was a 514. Okay, we have 2 bettors. Never mind. I'm sorry. Shout out to 8514. So we got 2 people betting. As you can see, you can check all that information, even the scoreboard from the live race, and all the bets that have been placed. So this is where you want to go to calculate your odds. You can see, okay, only 1 million. We're bet 1 million on AYB. That's a very low amount. Under $1. And if they win all of it. So look at those odds. That's like 1 to add these up. That's 52. So they're getting over 50 to 1 odds for Peapods right now. So that's how you want to work these kind of odds in this kind of app. But just want to point that out to everyone. And come back to the race now.
Nice. All right. I'm going to close betting on the lap 4, and then we can get started.
But yeah, we got 3 people betting. Shout out. I think tonight for poker, I have a good feeling we're going to get like 10 people betting using this DApp. So it's getting more and more popular. The more people that learn how to use it, like I was showing, it's super simple and provides lots of information on everything you need to place a smart bet.
I mean, it is really straightforward, and all the information there is pretty self-explanatory. So it's very good job done by Infinity for us.
So final lap of this race.
Let me see. Closing. I'm just making sure that the betting is closed. Just give me a sec.
Yeah, no worries. WebCrypt. Who do you feel in this race, in this lap here?
Honestly, I don't know.
You can just go by colors of the car. You can just say the color of the car.
I can't lie. I have, seen people win so many times. I just can't help but bet on green. I can't lie.
Are you colorblind? Or no? You can point. Just point at one.
I said green.
Oh, green. Okay.
Yeah.
The green one. Okay, I thought you said you couldn't tell between the colors.
No,
Okay,
I
green.
said, seeing Peapod win so many times, I can't help but pick green.
Oh, I thought you said I've seen people win. My bad. Sorry, didn't hear you. So Peapods. Okay, you know your cars. Peapods in the back. You think a back car is gonna win, huh? I mean, I did pick Bay Street Bets. We'll see. And it's behind base. So for Peapods to win, we need base to crash here. Base is definitely going to be in the lead at the merge. I have like almost a certainty. When these lanes merge coming up around the next corner, base is definitely in the lead. Huge lead. Now base needs to crash. Side little slide out. Nope. Base is just going to close that thing down. Yeah, base is too fast. Peapods finishes though. Second, Base Street Bets third. No finish from Solana. Not sure what's happened to that Solana car. Maybe it's a little too top heavy, but hasn't finished many laps yet. Congrats to Base. I mean, I guess we could have picked it. It is Base's network, and Max loves Base. No, it's the magic of Base.
I need to get a base tattoo now.
Again, I want to point out that Max can't like make these cars win. Sure, you can tell like certain cars. There are very rarely the base car and actually the Solana car are the fastest cars, but he kept them out of the season, so he didn't do that with any other like project cars.
Yeah, this base car is way faster than
right here.
Pretty much every other car.
See, it slid out a couple times. I noticed it had a couple slide outs, but even with these couple bad turns, it got almost. But that 21.5 earlier, 21.6 was really, really fast. Yeah, that's a nice car too. I love Corvettes. So Solana and Base do have two of my favorite cars. So I think we need to try a couple laps of just time trial stuff. What do you think? Base, oh, sorry, for those that weren't watching, Base obviously won. So by winning that lap, Base wins the whole race. Base in first, Peapods in second, and Base Street Bets in third. Solana didn't get a single point. Ouch. I hope it's not a sign. Maybe it's a sign, maybe it isn't. 0 points to Solana.
Yeah, you can't come to the home of a base maxi and expect Solana to be winning. But no, they both have faster than ever wheels. So these are special wheels. I'll show you in a sec what I'm talking about. And they are made from nickel. So they're nickel-plated axles. They're supposed to give just a little bit of like edge, and then I give all of the cars graphite powder. The graphite is like a fine powder that you put in between the axles, and that helps them to spin. So I don't favor any car, but some cars are just faster, and it doesn't matter what I do to the car. It doesn't change that fact. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at the wheels on this car, do you see it's like a copper color, and it's got these like what are those 5 spokes? So those are these wheels are called faster than ever's, FTEs. I'll show you the difference here. Look at the
I used to race. Yeah, I used to race cars back in the day. It always comes down to the wheels and axle. That's like the most important thing on a car.
Absolutely.
Or on ones without motors. Well, yeah. Yeah, that's one of the most important things.
But it's not necessarily a heavier car, or, there's not much else that's different. So I'm not entirely sure why it's so fast. But Base is our winner tonight. And Peapods did really well as well. Base Street Bets was right up there. And Solana, unfortunately, tonight didn't pick.
And I'll show everyone how easy it is to then collect. Look how many losses, guys. Lost. Waiting for the full race. That's a loss too. But yeah, you just go through some claims from last week. Just claim. What did I win? Profit and loss. I bet. Oh, I won my money back, guys. Don't get too excited. I won my money back. Who else was betting? Yeah, it's just me, I think, right? Who else bet on Base? And then collect.
Didn't we have about?
So on that lap for me, my loss was 100 million. My profit was 40 million. And here we go. There we go. I donated at least like $10, probably $15, just so you guys know. Tell your friends or keep it to yourself. And yeah, that easy. So click to my 3 bets. And we normally have 2 races every stream. But tonight we're just gonna do the one race, and then we'll do I think like a little time trial, or just have a little bit of fun, and we'll leave it open. If anyone, oh yeah, I've got to show this off. We started adding using AI elements. So even though all these are real things, we're using AI then to take the photographs and bring them to life. Really, really cool stuff. I love this.
Yeah, I've been experimenting with the AI, so I'm going to be generating more content just because it does help bring it alive. But these are Hot Wheels cars, so these are toys, and this right here, what you're seeing is AI generated. This is not something I took the photo, but I didn't. Obviously, those things can't move. They're like as half a thumb.
That's so cool.
They're tiny.
This is great. We should have this in the beginning every time while we're talking as well, because this is just eye-catching. It's just like good. It's having the background while we're chit-chatting, I think. Yeah, these are really awesome videos.
So we are done. We should be doing a giveaway, you know.
Oh, yep. Let's do the.
If you want to choose someone, and I'll choose someone.
Let's do one of the giveaways now, and then we can do maybe a couple of time trials, or we can do both giveaways now and then do the time. Up to you.
Sure.
Yeah. Let me pull up X and start looking.
We can do time trials. I just don't have the video files for any other cars other than the 4 that we race now, right? So I can't. I can add more cars, but I can't add their profile pics.
Okay, and then when we pick right now, let's do one person that, like, I want to do one person that tagged a lot of people and one person that only tags like a few people. So let's also coordinate that because we're only doing 2. Like I don't want to like always reward people that tag lots of people. I want to mix it up. So do you want to pick someone? I'll let you pick first. How about that?
Well,
even though
we
do
need to make sure that
they love lots of tags and all that stuff. But yeah, we want to, just meeting the minimum is okay. We want everyone to know that too.
And they need to have fulfilled all 4 of the requirements. So
yes, especially if you only did the minimum, you have to of course have also retweeted this live stream too. It's the main one.
That's right.
So I'll let you go first, and then I'll pick.
I am going to choose the account called Praz Colin. So Praz Colin, if you're watching, I hope you are. I'm going to
I see him. Okay.
Post on your.
Oh wow, that was an 8 minutes ago.
So
I'm gonna balance that with something that I posted a long time ago. Okay, so just something to keep in mind, by the way. He just posted 8 minutes ago, but that's okay. So people know you can be showing up like right when people invite you. We hope you come back though. We're doing this 3 days a week, and we'd love for you to post that to others. But yeah, just FYI, next time I would scroll down a little further and pick someone that wasn't just like 8 minutes or something.
Well, there's no hard and fast. No, I've already gone and
no. Of course, it's perfect. It's perfect because we want to do that occasionally.
No backseat.
Yeah, exactly. But we want to do that all the time. I got to see. How do I check who reposted? Let's see.
All right, so Praz, there we go. He's seen and replied. That's cool.
Oh, I didn't repost yet. How do I view? View quote posts. No, there's no quote post, but okay, no one quote posted. That would have got it for you right there. If anyone had quote posted this live stream, you would have just won it. I was just checking that. How do I see the repost of this? Did you check that yet? Oh, view post engagements. There you go. Oh, repost.
I'm sorry, say again.
Okay, now I see the reposts. I was gonna say, if anyone had quote posted this, they would have just won. I just checked the quote posts, and no one had done that yet to the live stream. Just want to throw it out there. Give me 1 sec. I got to cross reference both posts.
All right, I've got Praz. Just when you choose someone, just reply to their wherever you can see they've posted, and just ask them to drop their base wallet on the timeline.
Okay, I'll do the. Have we given? I'll do the guy. It's only 50. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just cross reference. Make sure he reposted. Yes, he did. Okay, Sabada base.
Yeah, so Sabat won last week.
He did. Okay.
Yeah, he was. He's great and he's active, and I'm sure he'll win again. But perhaps we can just for today. Choose,
sorry. That's what I was gonna double check. Sabad. You know what? You do this again next week, Sabad, and you win. Promise you, Sabad.
Right.
Only because I already did say you can't win 2 weeks in a row, but you get next week, you do the same thing, and you're gonna win next week, Sabad. I promise. Let me get someone that's new that actually said something. But now I feel like I want to message him first before I say anything live. Let me just make sure this person didn't win last time, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna send a message here first.
So I can
good one here.
I can help with that as well.
That guy just sent it. You see it here in Restream?
But yeah.
I just sent you a message. You got it? Restream here. I can announce it. Wait, let me make sure they... did they retweet? They didn't retweet.
Yeah, no fairness,
they
do need to do all 4 of the requirements.
They didn't retweet. Okay, that's why we're checking. Good thing I didn't say it. Yeah, they didn't retweet. Sorry, guys. I didn't think it'd be this hard to pick. You guys got to do all the stuff. Here's one. Let's see. Just do it all. Okay, I think I got one. I wish they would have said something. Let me see if.
Well, they should be tagging. They should be tagging 2 friends.
Yep.
So
That's all you need.
Should qualify as
that's all you need. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna give it to him. Just gonna clarify with you. And then we're calling this last one. One sec, guys. Sorry for the delay.
Oh yeah. I saw your post there. Yes, that seems right.
Wait.
Repost the actual.
Wait, who are you talking to? I didn't post anything.
Your DM to me. Oh, okay, yeah. That second name that you DM'd, that should work.
The second name, yeah. The first one didn't The first one didn't retweet, right? Unless they did it right now while listening.
They just liked it, but they didn't retweet, unfortunately.
Okay, then the second one I sent. I'll say awesome. It then. Okay, so it's right. Gonda Praz. Yeah, Gonda Praz. I'll send you a message right now. Gonda Praz. I'm liking. I'm posting from my personal account, Captain account. This is anyways. Maybe I'll post later from my other one. But Captain, you win. Hopefully, if you're not here, you get this. Gonda Praz is the winner at Gonda Praz.
Gonda Praz, congrats.
Cool. Well, thank you for everyone that participated and shared. We're doing this 3 days a week. 3 days a week, so plenty of opportunities to win some money. And this is only $50. We're going to be giving away $100 of tokens 3 days a week when the season starts. So make sure to follow all the accounts. Follow the Base Racer and the AYB accounts so you see when this goes live. Highly recommend you turn on notifications for this stuff. We don't post very often. We just post the stuff that's important. But yeah, while we only did one race, so I figure it's only been an hour. These usually go for 2 hours. We don't have to go that crazy. Oftentimes we have like 10 people here. It's only 2 of us, but I'm down to hang out for about 15 more minutes and maybe see just the Solana base car race, or just one lap with one car and time trial or something?
I'm trying to think. Let's do.
So feel free to share. By the way, we do read all the comments and the shares, as you can see. So yeah, we are going to still showcase this. So feel free to share with your friends, and we're just going to do some races real quick.
Yeah, we've got close on 400 people viewing with us. So thank you for everyone joining, and maybe we can do a time trial, or maybe just a 2-on-2. Trying to think. Our other contestant from last week, which is also a very fast car, was Base Monsters. I don't have the file of it on my box here, but I will race it in any case. So we will do Base Monsters versus Base. So just give me a second to set that up.
Ooh, okay. Or I was going to say the Lamborghinis, the Bugatti Lamborghini, the Base Street Bets and Base Monsters, and Solana versus Base could be the 2-on-2s. But we already did Solana versus Base, right? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Base is way faster.
I don't know that Solana is going to be up to scratch. Should we do a time trial race between Base and Base Street Bets, or should we do Base Street Bets and Peapods?
Well, Peapod's pretty fast too. Base Street Bets and Peapod's pretty good.
All right, Base Street Bets and Peapods. Give me a sec to set that up. I'll be back.
Okay. And I just realized I forgot to go full screen during the races every time. I just had to show off WebCrypt's PFP during the races. You still with us, WebCrypt? I'll take that as a no. So we're just gonna set up a couple of just fun races, fun laps. Something, maybe if something interesting happens, we can clip it, send it to TikTok later. And we just actually enjoy Hot Wheels on Friday nights. We're kind of weird like that.
Should I? I'm gonna create a bet for it.
Oh, you're gonna do a bet too? Okay, cool.
Let's do that.
Yeah, we do have people betting, so why not? Yeah, I'll throw more money in the pot here. It's gonna be. I'll just put a bet on one car. Obviously, if there's 2 cars, you can't bet on both. And
we'll do 4 laps.
We're doing all 4. Okay. While we're doing this intermission, do want to point out that we have poker going on tonight. Anyone that's here should know of some like Rooster. Anyone should know him from Twitter. He's awesome at running spaces. One of the most well-known voices on Twitter at the moment, and he does Aftermath Poker and manages those every Friday night. Every Friday, I go to those. They show up, or they start in about 3 hours from now. I go to those every Friday. I've been doing it for the past 6 months almost, and it's a lot of fun. It goes on for about 5 hours, and I'm actually to the point where I show my face the entire time, like it's real poker. And there's about a dozen or so of us that just sit in there in the Discord, all live talking and speaking while we're playing. And last week we had, I think it was 35 players, and then more than a dozen of us chit-chatting the whole time. So it's a lot of fun, very degen space. Highly recommend anyone that wants to get into Twitter or growing your accounts, learning new projects and personalities and how to probably enhance your public speaking. As degen as these talks are, I would say they teach you how to hop on some of these Twitter spaces as well. That's probably hyping up a little too much. You're gonna get there and be like, what was he talking about? But I recommend you guys check out Aftermath Poker. We're going to be doing a lot of collaborations with them. Like tonight, we're going to be testing our DApp out on the poker game so people can bet on who they think is going to win. We're probably going to save it for final table. So yeah, check it out. And maybe we might even live stream it if we're feeling really gutsy. But if we do, it'd probably be to my private captain account. Not private, it's public, but no one knows about it yet, it seems. But I have a second account, Captain Onchain. And if you guys follow that, that's probably where we'll put a lot of the poker stuff while we're testing some stuff out until we have like a perfected show, and then we'll start streaming to this account.
Okay, So we are good, and we're going to do 2 cars. So we'll do Peapods, and then we're going to do Peapods versus Bay Street Bets. Bets are open on the DApp, so you should be able to place your bets. The next car is Bay Street Bets. And then we have...
Yeah, which one of
you can
these?
see the positions there.
Okay. That's a tough one. I think. All right, I'll show my screen. I think Bay Street Bets. I don't know. It's Peapods. I'm gonna Bay Street Bets. I'll do $3 or whatever. That's $2.82. So if you only put 50 cents, you're getting 5-1 odds. Just saying. Better than that. And then for the lap, same thing. I'll just keep lap betting Bay Street Bets. Oh wait, but I could bet a little bit on my I could bet on both probably, right? But here, I won't do that to you. No, Max, I'll give you a horse in the race. I'll give you a horse in the race. I won't bet on Peapods. There we go. It looks like someone's betting too. I think we still got someone playing. Back to the race.
All right. So, all right, I'm gonna close bets. Now we can get started with the first lap.
And then anyone, especially that's betting, you're more than welcome to hop on stage. We'll be very nice. You don't even have to talk much, but we will want to ask you about your experience a little bit with the app. If you want to jump in and say, talk a bunch of crap and say like, oh, I'm still going to beat you on this, that's okay too. But I would really love to hear about your experience and how much, any ideas you might have of other things to do with this app.
Yeah, come shoot the shit with us.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Come hang out. You're basically you're
so
cool.
Bets are closed.
You have a pass. You're cool. You can come on stage if you bet already.
Racing with Hot Wheels is the cool kids thing. All right.
So for these races, it's just 2 laps. Obviously, you just need each one to race in each position. And then if there's a tie, I'll figure that out. Okay, I got Bay Street Bets. The winner from last season versus Peapods, our advertiser at the finish line, who seems to always have extra graphite. It's weird how that works out. And they're off. I have a feeling the Bugatti's going to be a little faster. Ooh. Or is it? It all comes down to who's in the lead at the merge. The merge is still 2 turns away here. Oh, wow. Peapods is going to be in the lead at the merge here. By far. Bay Street Bets nowhere to be seen. They need Peapods to falter here at the end. Bay Street Bets slide out. Oh, big slide out. And they get stuck. Can they pass? Oh, so close. They just knocked him off. Couldn't get past. We call the Pebble Corner. I know it's not a scary name, but that is a really scary pebble. Let me tell you, it stops so many Titans in their tracks right there. Yeah, Peapod just didn't have the speed. I don't know why. He's like, no, I want to take this a little slower. I'm going to take it a little slower. Nah, I'm tired. I'll park right here. If they could only have made it around, but they were satisfied just knocking him off the track. So let's see, when that happens, we do a re-race. No one finished, so we just do the exact same lap all over again. I do find that the repeat laps are very similar to the lap that we are repeating. So I have a feeling Peapod's going to be in the lead at the merge again, and we're going to need Peapods to fall off. At least, not we. I'm the one that bet on Bay Street Bets. You guys listening probably bet on Peapods here. I'm gonna have to watch out. I'm gonna be biased if I bet and commentate. I'll be like yelling no while everyone else is cheering. Yep, I was correct. Peapods is going to be out there the huge lead at the merge. I don't know what's going on Bay Street Bets. I think they just wait to see if other cars will stop, which they do. Hit that hard pebble and gets around this time. How does that happen? Bay Street Bets is not the fastest car, as we've seen here, but yet they won last season. How does that happen? Arguably one of the slower cars. Was way behind, but the driver just knows how to dodge traffic. I told you that pebble was scary. Barely uses him as a ramp to get around that pebble.
That's nuts.
Impressive driving, Bay Street Bets. I'm still not confident they're gonna win the whole thing because are we gonna do one and we do a second lap, right? One in each spot, or do we just do the one?
Say again?
Do we just do one lap? Do we just do one lap? I forget. When there's two cars, do we do one lap or do we do 2 laps? One for each spot.
We do 4 laps. Otherwise, what do you? I'm not understanding.
Oh, 4. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. 4 because for the DAP. So we're gonna go 4 laps and just keep switching them back and forth.
Yeah, we'll switch them back and forth in their positions, but 4 laps just gives everyone a chance to build up points.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Wow, that maneuver. Again, we said this last time. Bay Street Bets always gets the TikTok quality clips, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like Bay Street Bets is coming back.
Seems to do well.
They're coming back because their car is so good. I haven't heard much about their token or what's happening, but they're going to be dominating, it seems, the streets of Base Racer for a while now.
All right.
Okay, well, he sits at this.
So, yeah.
This is going to be an interesting race.
Internet is a bit slow.
Peapods looks like by far the faster car. So if Bay Street Bets manages to pull this off, I'm going to be impressed. Okay, lap 2. Lap 2, okay. I'm going to place my bet.
Let's have a look at the
I kind of
position.
Don't really know the position, I guess.
So we've got...
you don't really need to know, do you? Just opposite.
No.
I'm gonna do Peapods this
time. I
mean,
the track has varying, like where the track splits and crosses over each other, and so being in the left lane versus the right lane, there are differences to being in either or lane, right? So it does matter.
Oh, sorry, I forgot I was muted. I'm an honest gambler. I showed my bet there. I put well, kind of have to be honest. The DAP shows you who bets on what. So especially when you know the wallets, and I should name my wallet. I believe once we can integrate base names into the left on the DAP, so that way people know. I mean, you're gonna know the wallets anyways, but I think it'd be cool to socially know who's betting on what during these events.
It would be cool to show base name.
Yeah, right. Because I do watch a lot of these. I do know these cars probably better. Me and Max know these cars better than anyone. So it might be smart, kind of like copy trading. It might be smart to copy bet. Or, if I'm saying, hey, I'm going to bet against a loser right now, well, hey, maybe that's a good time to jump in and see what I'm betting on and bet the opposite.
I think it absolutely makes sense to be listening to what you're saying.
Well, Peapod is, I can tell, the fastest car right now. So it's either bet on Peapod's. Well, I don't know. Switch lanes. This is going to be my test to see the difference between these lanes. But Peapod's had a hefty lead at the merge 2 times in a row on the other lane. So I'm going to learn which lane's faster right here.
All right. So I'm going to close bets now. And then we can get going with the next lap. Yeah, it feels too short just doing one race, huh?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm really grown to enjoy watching these races. You know, there was like a time when it was like exciting, then it's like a grind, and then it gets exciting again. At least that's been for me. Like, we didn't do it 3 days a week the past 2 weeks. It's like I felt like I was missing something. You know.
It did feel a bit strange. I mean, in total, we did, what was that, 27 races. So over the course of 5 weeks, which is pretty impressive and consistent.
You know, I need to get you a medal or a trophy. You know, as soon as we get 100 users, Max is gonna get a trophy.
So next couple of weeks, I'm expecting it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to the lap.
And I finally remembered to make it full screen. You know, I'll get better at that. Last week I was on it. The week before I was not on it. So I'm learning. This week, that's why we need to go a little longer. So I can remember how to do all my side of the reduction stuff. Uh-oh. We skipped the lap. There you go. See, I'm over here dancing when the screen's on me.
We're on lap 2, right?
Yes, we are on lap 2.
I'm losing track here. Fuck. All right. Oh, shit. I used... Oh, boy.
You used the one. You used your one. Okay, we're PG-13 now.
Okay, my bad. Sorry, everybody.
No, you're good. I think we might still be PG. Rain's not here. You get one more. Yeah, we need to... I can't believe I'm still dancing to the music, even though I've been listening to it this long. Is it the same music all the time? Here we go. Peapods is got to be off to the lead. Oh, what? Peapods got stuck. Did it get stuck? It must have got stuck. Can we let it go? Let it go. I'll see what happens. Peapods is too fast anyways. Oh, Peapods just didn't even start. We've never seen that, everyone. That's pretty funny. Let's see what would have happened anyways. And spin out. It's gonna get stuck. Okay, it would have been a dead lap. No lap anyways. But yeah, I saw that. I was about to say, I was like, yeah, Peapods is gonna be on the lead, and then didn't go anywhere. False start. You can't blame the driver. I mean, almost pulled off the trick shot here. Oh, you know what it was? I forgot to go full screen, that's why. Now it's gonna work. Okay, we got a re-race, a re-lap, lap number 2. Pods seems to be the faster car, but again, doesn't want to start. You know, it's having engine troubles. I did say earlier that they all look like repeats. Every time we have to do a re-race, it looks like a repeat. And that's exactly what happened here. This isn't a repeat, I don't think. It looks almost exactly like what happened last lap. Let's see if it does a little spin out again here. No? Okay, so not a repeat. And does finish. I almost want to count it. I almost want to blame the Peapods driver at this point, because I know Max couldn't do that twice in a row. Max, what do we do? What's going on?
Yeah,
Peapods?
I don't know. I don't understand. Both of the laps that didn't want to go now, so it doesn't. I mean, it needs to be. I think we just need to rerun that lap quickly.
Okay, rerun it. Yeah. But if it does it 3 times. If it happens a 3rd time, I'm gonna call it. You know, if it happens a 3rd time, that's gonna be Peapods loses that lap for the lap.
I think in future we should even just make it 2 times if it does that. But yeah, let's just run that lap.
Yeah, because that's like never happens. That like never happens. So like, if you're putting the car right, like that's on the. You know, that's what I said. I'll blame circumstance the first time, but if it happens twice in a row, I feel like that's the driver's fault.
Right. Yeah.
Just
Drivers
hit the gas
drinking
when the
or
light
something.
turns green. Exactly. Gotta hit that gas pedal. Or the mechanics. You know, but that's you again. No, not the mechanics. It wasn't the mechanics' fault. So we're gonna do a relap. First time ever, 3 relap. We've never had to do 3 relaps. Okay, same positions. Maybe I have to not jinx Peapods. Every time when they start, I say how fast they are. I can't say that. No way! No way! No way! Okay, what is going on with that Peapods car? We swear, if anything, you know, he's not trying to cheat because if we were, I'd bet on Peapods on that one. So we just helped out anyone that bet against Peapods. If this car finishes, if it doesn't finish, it doesn't count. It's got to finish. It does. Okay. I mean, I think at 3 laps in a row, we call it for that lap, right? And now it makes it really scary to bet on Peapods on the next. This is actually a crazy race because Peapods is the faster car. I think we should go with it. If it doesn't start, I just don't want people to doubt you, Max. I don't want them to think like you can do that at any time. That's the only problem with this.
So let's do that again then. No,
okay.
no. Yeah,
let's
do it again.
Let's
do it again.
Yeah, the only issue, even if we make the rule, the only issue is like, oh, well, he could, you know, just be preventing it from starting.
I'm okay with that. Let's do it one more time.
And thank you to all our anyone watching. Well, yeah, we're learning as we go a little bit with some of the rules here. We obviously want to keep it fair. We don't want to run a lap 4 times over and over again normally, so we're trying to find the best, smoothest method for these races. The best rules that make everyone happy. But yeah, thank you to everyone that showed up. I know the market could be a little crazy. Surprisingly got a lot of viewers for a preseason race. Over 400 people here, so really appreciate it to everyone that shared and participated. And it's only getting bigger every week. And we're going to be adding more money to the pot. Okay. 4th time is the charm. Never heard that. I saw something, but we'll talk about it later. Peapods is off in the other lane, the lane it was in the first lap. But it did start, so we'll take it. Oh, it's still grinding like it did last time. It goes too fast sometimes. Yep, it did another stall. Is he going to do another stall? Yep, it stalled too much. No way. No way. Yeah, just wants to knock him on the track. He's like, hey, you took my lane. You took my lane, dude. I do want to point that out. I do believe you started Peapods in the wrong lane.
Damn, what is going on?
I kind of want to say it, but yeah, you started the wrong lane. I think we got to keep it consistent. So it's perfect that it ended up in a stall like this because that would have been a replay anyways. You know what? That's why you need 4 cars.
That's right.
We learned something. This is great though. You need 4 cars. 2 cars is really not that entertaining. 4 cars makes it so much more entertaining. There we go. And come on. I don't know what I have to do. Everyone, do a Hail Mary, whatever you need to do for this car to start this time. Come on, Peapods. I'm going to make up a chant for the Peapods car one of these days. No way. No way. No way. Just right now, this is why I can't ever have a track. You know what I would do as a kid? I would just go and just break the track at this point. I would be like, no. But hey, good for you. You're racing. Have fun there, car. But hey. Yeah, you need that competition. Okay, it finished the lap. Peapod just does not want to start from that lane. That is pretty.
So that's a pain in
pretty
the
odd.
ass.
I was just saying, like when I was a kid, I would have just at that moment just broke the track. I would have been like, and then I'd have to go back and fix it for like hours later. That's exactly what would have happened on that fourth not start. Or I would have picked up the other car that started and just chucked it against the wall or something. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
all of this is hard work and expensive, so I have to find another outlet.
know.
But
Yeah,
God damn,
right.
I don't understand. So
Uh-oh.
I'm giving him the points. We're moving on. He's won.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I think that's the universe saying, like, hey, that lane, Peapods can't race in the front on that lane. I learned something, though, for sure. That means every single time Peapods has raced, there's a really good chance he only started moving because the car behind it started pushing it. So something to keep in mind. So Peapods is a very fast car.
In lap 1, he did fine, right? So lap 1.
Yeah, in that lane. So something about that lane or something. Yeah.
And then again on this, again when we did the other lap, he also did it right. So I don't understand.
So we're learning the lanes. We're learning a little. I learned something about the lanes here. So anyone watching, there's some secret sauce here. The right lane has a slower start. Something about it. Okay, so Bay Street Bet's in the lead here. We still have 2 laps to go. So now it's interesting because it's back to the other lane. So now we know Peapods is going to start. This is why the betting is actually crazy. So if anyone's betting, if you made it through that, appreciate it. You should have won because I was betting Peapods, so you should have won some money. This lap gets interesting because Peapods is going to be in a lane where it has started every time, and it's the faster car. But last time it got stuck, so let's see.
Yeah, that's confusing.
I already know the lane, so I'm just going to show my screen here. I'll share. I'm going to go with Peapods, especially after that showing, but anyone paying attention knows, like, hey, Peapods is the faster car, and it's in the correct lane. I'll bet. It's not telling me my amount. I got to reload. Or maybe our AYB is changing in price so much right now. Are people buying? Maybe AYB is changing in price. And it can't calculate fast enough. Peapods. Wait, why is it not calculating right now? For real. I don't want to do the math on this.
Just ended it the first lap. I mean, first race.
No, I'm having fun with this actually. This is my favorite part of Friday night. Okay, this is 72 million. I don't know how much that is. That sounds right. Okay. Yeah, and sorry to everyone that I put so many zeros on our meme coin. I thought we would be at $1 trillion by now. So, in fact, I blame you for not making us $1 trillion. It's your fault our zeros make no sense. Yeah, there's my bet.
That's some funny shit.
And back to the stream.
All right, I'm gonna close bets.
Sorry, I live on a busy road in Puerto Rico. You'll occasionally hear loud music or honks, or in Puerto Rico, they love their really loud cars. Or there's a bunch of tire shops, so flat tires.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm a quick on the mute trigger. Let's put it that way. Have to be.
I love that when we've got more guests, we're kind of all over the world, all watching Hot Wheels racing. All right, so what's going on?
Yeah, we got lap 3. Lap 3. I bet on Peapods. Let me see actually if someone else is betting too. Someone did remember to bet. 2 other people got in. People are playing. You know what? When there's money on the line, I appreciate it. Let us know. If you bring some friends that play, just hit me up. Maybe we'll add a little extra to the pot. I mean, we're at the point where it really is valuable to get testers. There's projects that pay money to companies just to get people to test and use their product. So we find it's a better way just to put the money into the product itself, give people an opportunity to make money through using it. So appreciate you guys showing up, and we'll keep adding. The more people that show up, the more money we'll put in the pot. And they're off. P-Pods, like I said, I can say it now, they started. So once the car starts, they're going to be in the lead. That engine is purring. They are going to be in the front at the merge. Not even close. Too fast for their own good? Are they Icarus, flying too close to the sun? There's a first stall. Nah, not today. They just singed those wings, flew to the finish line. P-Pods takes it. Oh, I keep my bet. Yeah, that anytime it stalls twice, then it doesn't pass. But it stalled once and still had enough speed to make that corner. And then shout out P-Pod's finish line. There was a time when it was finishing backwards every race. I remember that when they first showed up. And then coming in second loser. We should, on these one-on-one, well, we should never do one-on-one races again, honestly. But if we were to ever do one-on-one races again, we should also give points to finishing and not crashing. So there should be like, getting second place versus not finishing should be a different point. Not a bad time. Not a bad time.
That we shouldn't do the two cars that it should always be four.
We should never do two cars ever again. But thank you everyone that's betting on this. You're getting a once in a lifetime experience betting on our one and only. This is the only time we've had betting for two cars too. So thanks for testing it out with us. I'll do it again. I'll just bet on one of these. And now I'm gonna go with no. Now let's set a rule. Let's say if P-Pause doesn't start, let's say 3 times. Are we willing to do 3 or are we want to say 2? And it's important we say this before the betting starts. So now P-Pods is in a lane that hasn't started for 4 times in a row now. So I want everyone I think you guys are all paying attention and understand the stakes here. And we're going to bet against it here, but we need to know. If it doesn't start twice, do we end it? Or if it doesn't start 3 times, do we end it? Max, I'll let you decide.
I'm kind of hoping that we don't have to cross that bridge.
Well, no. We have to say it before we open betting. I'm a gambler expert. I spend more time in casinos than anyone listening right now. You have to set the rules before betting commences.
I think we can do three laps, and if it doesn't go from there, do you want to look at switching lanes then?
Nope, no switching lanes. If it doesn't start 3 times,
yeah.
That's good. It's going to be where you're betting against right now. Like, I have a feeling if P-Pod starts, but then again, if P-Pod starts, it, gets stuck too. But it is faster. So I'm going to show what I'm betting on. I think I'm going to bet that P-Pod, there's no way he can go, like, I'm thinking about flipping a coin or something. I know it's not 50-50, but there's no way it doesn't start 7 times in a row, right? Right?
Should we bet on that?
That's the gamble. That's the gamble I'm going to make. I'm going to share my screen. But yeah, I could definitely not start 3 times in a row. I mean, it just did 4. So I'll put $3 on P-Pods here. And it did the math for me. That's good. Okay, 285 on P-Pods here. I mean, I hope it's doing the math right. I don't really looked at that. Yeah, 37 point, yeah. Oh, I put a lot in the last one. I put a whole $5 in the last one. Okay. So I bet on P-Pods here. I'm betting that it starts and finishes. That's what she said.
All right. So when the timer runs down, I'll close bets. So y'all can bet if you still want to. P-Pods is definitely the faster car in my opinion, but somehow Bay Street Bets seems to be the better
the luckiest
driver,
car in the world or something. There's just like magic behind that car. It's making me think I gotta buy Bay Street Bets, even though I haven't seen that team. Not financial advice. I have not seen that team like ever, but their car wins. So they deserve a shout out. The universe has spoken.
I just want to take a second and pop my hand in there by the cars just to show everyone who's watching that these are toys. There's no like control over them or anything like that. So 1 second.
There he is showing his beautiful forearm. He knows we love it when he's not wearing his shirt and when he shows his other tattooed forearm. But he saves that for season. Right now, you just he's dressing up for you. That's he's got like a button down. Okay, and these are the people here. He's showing off. This is a beautiful work. I don't distract from this. These are hand painted. All of this is hand painted. These cars, each of these cars takes some hours to make. It's really truly amazing. You can see all the work that goes into it. The lights, it looks like it's out of a video game, like it's real, or CGI. But that's real life. Yeah, amazing. I was talking about your body at first, but then I did compliment your hard work on the art. I was like, he's got to dress up, button up tonight. Oh, that's nice. Must not be too hot there.
Yeah, I like to show the cars like that, just so everyone understands what they are. We get a lot of questions that about, is it CGI or is it AI or something? These are Hot Wheels cars like you buy in a shop. I customize them, I brand them according to the project that's participating, and they are like no control over them. Like they just go down on gravity. That's why the track is always running down, because they run with gravity. There's like, so once the trigger for the release is gone and they race, there's zero control over the cars, which makes it quite fascinating when you see how they can maneuver. But yeah, they are just Hot Wheels toys. All right, so
there's so much luck involved. It's skill and luck. Well, it's a skill game, by the way.
Right.
This is a wagering skill betting game, like a sports type betting. But there is, of course, that element of luck, like in any skill.
All right, so we're gonna get to lap 4.
I like to point that out. Poker, is a skill-based game, but there's luck in poker. Even sports, there's, whether people want to admit it or not, and it's been an athlete knows, there's a lot of luck. What refs you get sometimes, what the weather's like, what the court, what anything has a bit of luck to it. But there's a lot of skill in picking these winning cars. I compare it to like horse racing as well. Final lap. Is Peapod's going to start? It all comes down to the beginning. If Peapod starts, no, how is this happening? Okay, can you show us, you showed us you put it down, so I get it. You showed putting it down, and that looked normal to me. Can you give the wheels a spin or something? How do we kickstart this thing? How about this? Can the third lap be backwards? Can we start it backwards if we all vote? This is why we can't do that. We didn't put the rules in place. I would like the third lap to try the car backwards, just to Hail Mary it. I wish we would have set up before we placed the bet, but I think everyone's okay with it. I think everyone's okay. It's only $1 on the line. If anyone has an issue, I'll pay you back your $1. If it doesn't start in the third lap, I say we start it backwards.
What maybe I could do is we could put a car behind each one. They don't qualify as...
Wait, this would be fun. Okay, we got one more try. Hopefully we don't get there, but let's try it. We've done backwards races before. It'd be fun the third lap, because at that point, if it hasn't started again in the next one, that's 6 in a row. There's almost guaranteed something's wrong going forward. So we might as well. I don't want to do car pushing it, because it's what car's pushing it. I think that's more of a cheat than just trying it backwards and letting it. It's going to be slower to start backwards for sure, but hopefully at least get started. It's already the faster car. So if you have ideas like that for these types of gambling sessions or races or esports, we'd love to hear your thoughts. So more than welcome to hop in our Discord, our TG, and anyone viewing, we welcome you to join on stage. We often have the QR code up here where you can just scan it and jump on stage. I don't think we have that on currently, but we'll put that up next week. Okay, does it start? I mean, I'm just going to talk over this like it's not going to happen, because I don't think it's going to happen anyways. And just keep trying to be rewinded. But, let's watch this car just sit. Oh, and it starts. We don't have to get to the backwards race. Lucky number 6. Okay, here we go. And like we thought, it was going to be off to a huge lead if it ever got started. And it is. I think we even lost the other car. Can't make the corner, though. Can it make the corner? Oh, and it does. And it actually makes the corner. We are finished the longest 2v2 or 1v1 race we've ever had. That went, I mean, we must have been a dozen laps there. But Peapods does manage to get it. And you know, I did bet on Peapods. I had faith. And we didn't have to get to the backwards race. I didn't want to get have to send people back $1.
When it does go, it goes fast.
Real fast. Yeah, what is that time? Can we see that?
We'll see in a sec.
And a reminder, if it's under 23.5 seconds, that's like my cutoff, is 23.5 seconds is decent. 22.5 is good. Under 22 is amazing. Yeah. So 23.5 is like that average cutoff. It's all right.
Not as fast as that that first time it gave us 21 something.
Yeah, that was my theory. It was getting pushed, and that's why I was thinking it'd be a little unfair to have a car behind, because a lot of times the car behind matters. You want to look at that car that might be pushing it in the first half of the race. So congrats to Peapods, taking down our first, our first and probably last one-on-one race with the betting DAP.
Yeah, we're not doing that again.
Yeah, we're not. Let me share. I'll share my screen. I actually forgot what I bet on.
So just so we
I lost my base street bets. Yep. Oh, I got it. I got it pulled up. 13-5. So, oh wait. No. Oh, sorry. Is that the correct scoreboard? Peapods won the last lap. No, it's not in here yet. Oh, I wasn't watching. Did Peapods have no chance on that last lap to win? Oh yeah,
they didn't have a chance. 5, 10, 13,
yeah.
5.
Yeah, they didn't even have a chance by the end. Okay. Whoa. Hey, I did well this time. I only lost one of them. But I got you guys 50 cents. Like I said, if you're down money at all, I'll send it back to you. But I don't think you guys are down. I think you took like my $10 earlier, and I just got back like $1.
So Bay Street Bets is pretty badass car, actually. Clearly not the fastest.
Yeah, that's crazy that it's able to like. Yeah, I don't know. Well, don't change that one.
To
that's
be fair,
a lucky car.
It did take one lap where
yeah, 4 times not starting. Yeah, we definitely have to limit it. Well, yeah, we just will never. It'll never happen again because we're never going to do just 2 cars. Yeah, just so the claiming that easy. Again, I don't think hopefully if I didn't take too much from anyone, I think, yeah, I'm doing my math. Yeah, you guys won more than you guys are betting 1 million, 5 million. I'm betting 72 million. Yeah, you guys won a lot off me. So anyone watching, you only have to bet like 5 million or a little bit of, I hate to use those big numbers, but they're betting 50 cents against $5. So they got really good odds here.
Yeah, we're getting them betting, so that's great. If you guys want anything, if you can take a frame grab of that and share it with us on X, that would be great. So here's our scores. We got Bay Street Bets that won that. So our race winner is Bay Street Bets again. Well done.
I'm getting tired of seeing them on the podium here. But yeah, we have our next season starting very soon. Next week, we're going to be doing kind of sponsored events all week to do the preseason warm-up. And then, so yeah, if you have any projects that you want to see get in this race next week, tell them to hit us up. We'll be doing kind of sponsored or showing off the new cars that are going to be in the season next the following week. So
that's
anyone
right.
here, share with any community you know. We would love to have them come up on stage doing 3 days next week, all sponsored events for the new cars that want to be in this. But we still have spots. We only have 8 spots. We only have a few left. So tell the projects to get to us because it has to be locked down by Wednesday.
Also, we've got over 500 people viewing here. So you guys, we're going to have NFTs coming out of all of the cars, which will be fun, collectible, and there'll be utility and further utility down the line being integrated in games, etc. So just keep an eye out on our X timeline for more information
Yep.
about the base racer NFTs that will be coming out.
Yeah, we should have been talking about this earlier in the night. Sorry for not mentioning that, but the NFTs are right around the corner. Next week, we're going to see all what they look like, and it's very much geared towards the Hot Wheels idea and collectible idea, keeping it very easy to access, inexpensive. They remind me of, I was a kid, I collected Hot Wheels. I have Hot Wheels in packages, or I did. I lost the storage unit, but I used to collect these as a kid, and every time I went to like Toys R Us or Target, I'd say, hey, can I get a figurine for $5? That's the idea with these. They're going to be collectible, but only for a limited time, and then they're never going to come back. So once they're out, they're going to be available for a certain period of time. Whatever is minted, and there's going to be a lot of kind of perks and extras with these future cars as well, especially for the projects that are going to be around a while. So treat these cars as kind of like those project cars, like Degen, for example. Degen Yasik, he shows up to these spaces. He comes out here and hangs out with 2 hats on, acting like a Degen. So that would be a good, I would imagine, good base racer NFT to have, because we're also getting into other metaverses, racing games. The IP is getting into a bunch of esports, into poker, and the better projects, the better cars are going to be showcased more often. So all these cars you see here doing well, the projects you see show up, those are going to probably be the better car NFTs to own. And then we're going to have some, like I said, we'll show you all the perks next week, coming very soon. So make sure to follow and tell everyone lots of whitelisting opportunities and things like that over the next month, this coming season here. But thank you to everyone that did show up. Yeah, really appreciate it. Everyone that shared. This is growing every week. We're getting more and more people sharing, and we see that, and we see the people that are doing that. We remember you. Thank you so much. We are going to be doing a $100 giveaway every one of these races.
Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to add that today was $50, but we'll be doing $100 a race. So that's 3 times a week when we start season 2. So lots of racing, lots of giveaways, lots of betting. So lots of fun.
Yep. And Max, amazing work. Again, this is real life, guys. He's doing everything. One-man show. He's all in a warehouse. That's why we're just here to keep him company. He's filming, like we said. He's juggling, hitting the buttons on the computer, setting the cars up, hitting the buttons, start the race. It doesn't go unnoticed, Max. This is very impressive. Everyone in this space, you wouldn't believe how many people just like gush over you when I go in these spaces. And I'm like, oh yeah, and the base racers like, if you guys haven't seen it, it's real life, and everyone's going crazy. So it's growing 100%. We got a bunch of other, people talking about this now around the space.
Yeah, and you're amazing, and for pushing it, and for just shilling it, and for being here every. I really appreciate that. I think effort from all your base, fantastic project. They got so much going on, so just check them out. Just really good guy, good project. Zeroblock meme. Yeah, I think.
I like that. I like how we mutually show. That's great. I like how we mutually show each other.
Yeah.
Check it out. No, you're better.
I think,
no, you're
cooler. A big problem that people have in this. Well, to be fair, a lot of people in this space get burnt when there's projects that rug, or founders that rug or disappear. And you know what? You guys are always there. You're always available. You are building things. So that counts for a lot. So I'm proud to be doing this with y'all. And I think we're moving, we're getting places. We've got about 550 people viewing tonight. We had 800 last week on Friday. So I think, give us another month or 2 and we'll see those numbers go up. We'll see more participating. Yeah, it was actually before we end. I want to
point out one reason we didn't have the numbers as well is we get way more numbers when we have projects ahead of time. like a day or two because they all share it. So many of these projects are sharing. So I actually am very impressed we got these numbers without the projects that we normally get sharing ahead of time.
That's
So
right.
that's a shout out to that's a shout out to the rating community. The people that were tagging their friends and actually participating and watching and betting. Thank you for showing up. We see you showed up multiple multiple parties in a row.
That's right.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off back. So what was the last thing you want to say? No
Oh
rush.
no,
So
I was looking for a post because everyone's like celebrating their 1 year birthdays, and I was looking for my first post on X. And that was March 11th, or no, March 25th last year. So we've and you were before that, right? You were in 23 October, November, around there. So we've been around on base doing our thing for a lot longer than a lot of these projects, and we're still here, and and it's still day one, right? So we just
I
keep going.
say we're the Zeroblock. I've been saying day zero for a long time, or I would always say round zero. This is just round zero. We're not even round one yet. This is just the groundwork. I wasn't planning to build infrastructure anyways. I'm just here to build a community. We need the infrastructure before the community is going to stick around. I guess I'm building infrastructure too. We're doing a little bit, the betting dApp, that's kind of infrastructure, but I'm really here for when all the tools are built and ready for the masses to come in. That's going to be round one for me. And that's what I think a lot of people in memes in entertainment space. That's what not to I'm biased. It's my idea, but that would be round one. Unless you're the builder, like the actual developer building, DeFi or launch pads or interesting tokenomics. If you're not those builders, then that's any early times and chains. That's kind of where you're at. Otherwise, you need the masses, and that's when day one starts. Is when the masses start showing up. So we're just about there. We've been in the day zero, round zero territory here, and hopefully everyone will remember us as round zero, Zeroblock, when round one starts and the newbies start showing up.
Yeah, that's right. And shout out to Jesse for all the work he does, right? For making base accessible to people. So this is part of why we're broadcasting to TikTok, YouTube, not just X, because there's an entire market out there. So we're all sticking around
Base
for that.
is the place.
I do think base is the place. I do think we're going to see a huge influx of people coming in. So we'll be here for it.
Definitely. I got to remember, we are broadcasting to TikTok now and a Warpcast. So definitely want to kind of remind people that maybe don't know us or outside of our normal echo chamber that we are all your base on base, and base is well known. We are here at the beginning and help push the message that base is well known for builders. Builders come to base, not PvP, work together, build each other up. Highly recommend if you actually want to build something long term and you're not looking for in and out within a month to 6 months. If you actually want to be here a year from now, check out Base. Coinbase is known for doing things right when it comes to crypto and regulations. I'd highly recommend if you want to build something long, you work with those types of people.
Sorry to interrupt, but we had DWR from Warpcast, from Forecaster, recast our live stream on Warpcast. So they top management are paying attention to what happens on that platform. So that's exciting.
Very, very cool. I've been wanting to get in Warpcast. I was kind of wondering where some maybe extra numbers came from today. That's the problem. We should have done Warpcast first and then TikTok next to kind of gauge which one brought different numbers. No, it's good that we're getting pushed out as far and wide as possible. So happy to be on Warpcast. It's been a long time coming. All your base has not been active enough on Warpcast. Apologize for that, but we've been very focused on other platforms. We see how powerful Warpcast and Farcaster has been. So really excited to be promoting out there.
To everybody listening, DWR, if you know the dog and me meme, That's where it comes from. DWR from Farcaster posted that he has the dog in him, and that's where the meme comes from. So for you, some base Farcaster lore.
Yep. Well, thank you to everyone and anyone that rebroadcast this or send out to their friends. Appreciate it. And anyone that just showed up to watch the races or watching this and the recordings. Like I said, a lot of people actually watch the recordings because of the timing. It's hard to find the right timing in crypto, and I know a lot of people are working right now. So definitely appreciate those that just like hanging out. But it is more fun if you gamble. I'm not gonna lie. It's a little bit more fun if you gamble. So next time I'm gonna be saying, "What are you doing here?" If you're not coming out and trying to dap. But yeah, it's a great time as always, Max. Appreciate it. I'm getting ready for now. In 2 hours, we have the poker, and we'll be talking about setting up this dap so we can bet on poker games. So another reminder to everyone here. Hit us up if you have any ideas of how to use this betting dApp as well. And we'd love for you guys to show up to some poker matches. Last week, 35 players, over a dozen people in the live chat for over 5 hours. Stop by whenever you want. And we'll be doing collaborations with them with All Your Base and doing our own tournaments, things like that. We also will be co-hosting On-Chain Summit Poker. We co-hosted last year. On-Chain Summit's going to be end of August. It's the biggest base event. We were there last year for the first one. Co-hosted a poker tournament. I actually won the belt. It's at my place in New York. I got to show it off one of these days at these live streams. So we won the poker tournament, which means I'm going to have some kind of headhunter thing on me. Yeah, we'll be live streaming that as well in August and letting people bet on their favorite meme projects and founders on who they think is going to win that tournament. But yeah, lots of stuff going on. Excited for anyone that actually is still hanging out with these crazy markets and enjoying some Hot Wheels with us. Any last words?
Awesome. Shout out to before I say goodbye to everyone, shout out to stream.tv from Warpcast Farcaster. If you're listening, thanks for getting us, pushing us to get on there. It'll be the first of many. All right. So that's a goodbye for me. Thank you for joining us. Watch out for Friday coming up. We'll have another race and more giveaways.
Yeah, awesome. I think that's lots of things, lots of flowers. We'll see you on the next one. Monday, we'll be doing another space. And appreciate everyone. Stay based.